My name is Shu-wing Tang. I'm known basically now as a theater director, sometimes actor, and also educator. I chose theater because I was attracted to the art of performing when I was studying in secondary school in Hong Kong. And later on, the major breakthrough was in my days of the University of Hong Kong when I studied in the School of Laws. But I was very attracted to expression through performance. So I decided to ask myself whether I could really choose performing arts as a career. After many years of struggle, I decided to become a professional theater worker. The identities of the different capacity in theater making, I should say, came along with my different stages of learning and practice. When I was in the secondary school and university, I was just an amateur. But when I decided to go to France to pursue a professional study on theater, especially in acting, my capacity at that time was viewed as an actor. But later on, when I learned more, especially from my teacher, I started to become a theater director. An educator came along. It started when I assisted my teacher in Paris to teach some of the new students. And then when I came back to Hong Kong in 1992, I started to conduct some professional workshops or semi-professional workshops. And then until I was recruited as a lecturer in the School of Drama in the Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts. I don't call my work or my artistic pursuit as physical theater because all kinds of theater are physical, including even the realistic spoken drama, because performers rely on their bodies to express what they feel. I would say right now my aesthetics is minimalistic aesthetics through the body. What does it mean? Because the body is the primary vehicle of expression before the invention of language, either written or oral. So my research over the 20 years has been a pre-verbal expression. That means how did human beings express themselves before the invention of language. My minimalist aesthetics through the body is at the same time a process of training and a process of creation. That means I initiate my actors to be able to perform, to feel through the entire spectrum of their bodies, not only gestures, but also moving in the space, your facial expression, your expressions through the eyes, and then breathing, and also your voice through both your vocal cord and non-vocal cord, like percussion, friction, and those through the air, like whistling. So all these add up together is a holistic concept of expression through the body. The new build was called as such because it is reflections on acting and directing. What do they mean? Level 1 refers to those things that you must have in your creation. Otherwise, your work will crumble. Level 2 refers to those things that you can have, but they are not essential. Level 3 refers to those things which you should avoid, absolutely. And it is a process of thought and also a process relating to the execution of theater making techniques. ABC is a concept of yin and yang, or the aesthetics of opposition. What does it mean? Normally, if we think something is A, we would not think those things which are not A, which is normal and logical. But what I call B is the opposite of A. But between A and B, there are many, many possibilities and variations, which are very exciting. From my experiences, sparkles in creations come from C. What does it mean, C? That means you have to fully experience A and its opposite, B. And then you travel between A and B in order to identify or feel something which I call C, which may be in between A and B or somewhere else. And that is the most exciting sparkles in any creation, that you cannot really master C by just logical thinking. You have to get the C by experiences, which involve body and sentiment and your soul. As an artist, I still believe in rules and regulations, of course, but I also believe that in my writing ABC exceptions, because it is sometimes more exciting traveling between rules and regulations and the exceptions in order to arrive at something more stimulating and more interesting, more inspiring in theater making, as well as in living your life with a brighter color. Because I think people prefer to live a life full of colors, full of adventures, full of inspiration, rather than just, from 9 to 5 sitting in an office doing a boring job, and then go back to home to look at the TV or checking your mobile phones all the time. So life is larger than that. But it all comes from your values on life. For young people who are somehow be governed by rules and regulations, I will advise them to look for exceptions. And sometimes it is an exception which can create your own universe. Don't be shy. Find your own way of expressing yourself. Might be theater, might be music, or some other things. But sooner or later, as an artist, you should find your own way or your own style of expressing yourself.